feels very cool that when you somewhere camping in the wild, you're boiling your water from the energy that you get from solar. Then you find wood outside, you make your own house warm with the wood stove. That really feels like, we figured out life.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Alternative House channel. Today we are meeting Diede and Joa. They bought a cargo van and converted into a tiny home on wheels, and today they're gonna give us a tour. Let's have a look.
We bought this truck a year ago, on your birthday actually.
Absolutely.
It was the perfect birthday present.
We bought this Mercedes Atego. She's from 1999 and she is a 7.5 ton truck. Everything you see we made from scratch. The roof rack I welded myself. We've welded a winch bar and mounted a winch on it. So if we become stuck, we can help ourselves a little. It has almost 300,000 kilometers on it. So it's not that much for a truck, but you've seen some roads already. I think we drove 15,000 kilometers with it.
To Morocco and back, from the Netherlands to Morocco and then back, actually.
Yeah. And what is the consumption?
It takes 1 liter of diesel for every 7 kilometers we drive. That's 14 liters to 100 kilometers.
How much was the truck?
And it was 6,000
euros.
Yeah.
Yes. So it was a quite cheap truck. Yeah. And it's really funny because it was a moving truck, so it's used to moving houses, and it still moves a house, but now just our house. We made everything from normal building materials. So the window frames are wooden frames, so we can go to every hardware store everywhere in the world and fix the things. And here's our garage, where all the electronics are. And well, I'm sorry, it's a bit of a mess, but I guess everybody says that. We store the surfboards under the floor here, and also the diesel heater that blows hot air into the bathroom and into the kitchen. And it's really nice because it warms the garage as well. So we can store all kinds of stuff in here. And because it heats the garage, it also heats the floor. And it makes a really luxurious feel that you have when you have a shower, you have warm feet. And when you walk around the truck, it's like we have a heated floor. And it was a coincidence, but it turned out really nice.
And it's actually a good storage place. It's underneath our bed. So it's perfect to go and put here all the stuff. That's, as you can see, also what we do. And that's also because that's the reason why we put the bed a bit higher. So you have a lot of storage.
Over here we have the grey water tank. It's 85 liters. And we have a hose connected to it, so you can always empty your grey water everywhere. Over here is also the gas bottle. It's a propane system, and here's also a quick connector, so we can connect the barbecue or outdoor kitchen. And you can also fill up the gas right here. And then there's also a water filling point for the fresh water over here. We've installed one on both sides of the truck because it's quite a big truck. It's not always handy to turn it around or make maneuvers close to a water tap. So we decided to put one on both sides so we can always fill up water from everywhere. So this is the other side of the truck. As you can see, we also have a water inlet over here, as I just mentioned. And we have a window as well at the back, wooden frames of course as well. And over here is our front door with a nice piece of glass in it. These stairs are from an old roadworks truck from Switzerland. And we found it second-hand on Marketplace here in the Netherlands. And it's really nice because it has little wheels over here. So when the truck rocks a bit, it drives over the street and it doesn't scratch anything or make noises.
And it's actually perfect because we can fold it and then we can put it all the way over there during driving. And then it's out of our sight and we can drive off.
Yeah, and when we have to quick access the house at a gas station or at a quick stop or at a rest stop, we can unfold these little things. And they also are like little steps to get inside quickly. Just when you forget your charger or want to grab a quick coffee or anything, or if there's no space to use the big stairs.
So one of our wishes was that it really should feel like a house and not like a camper or a house on wheels. So we made all the windows and the doors are they are all made from wood and they are out of real houses.
Yeah.
And what I actually really like about this door is that we have a lock. That's actually with a code, so we don't need a key. I really love that, so you can't forget your keys. And we have an extra lock that we can also use to grab when you walk up the stairs. And you can lock it extra with the key.
Not a lot of people do it with the wooden frames because it's quite sensitive to leaks and to just rod, and wow, it's not made to go like 80 kilometers an hour on the road. So this is actually our second door, because the first door didn't survive the first trip. It took a lot of damage from all the weather and everything. So we decided to find another door a bit sturdier, and well, now this is our new
Second
door.
door.
It needs some work still, but
That's
we're hoping
always
this
with
one.
a fan of our truck. You always have things to do.
The box is 6 meters long, 2 meters 40 wide. It's 3.8 from the floor.
And now when it's like this, how much is the weight?
7.2 tons. So it's yeah, we could still take some more stuff.
Our bed with the baby bed, because
bed.
there's a baby on the way.
Yep.
We just made it a few days ago, so that's the big upgrade that we just made, and it actually fits perfectly. The bed is 140 and 2 meters long.
Yep.
People think it's quite narrow, but for us it's perfect.
Yep.
And since my pregnancy, we also have this
little extra
feels a bit
step
for old ladies, but you know. It's next to the kitchen. We have our water filter. It works actually perfectly fine. So we fill up the water, and in I think it's the water is through, so we can we have drinking water. We have the tap.
Yep.
Yeah, we have 200 liters of water underneath. It's actually underneath over here, because we made the kitchen and this whole area a bit higher, so we have a lot of storage space underneath it. It's actually, for me, it feels like a very big kitchen. It's 2 meters. So for me, it's quite long. The sink is actually quite big, but we also have a smaller sink where we can actually, when we do the dishes, you use less water. 2 stove burners. We have a lot of electricity, so we can also boil water with the kettle and use the normal coffee machine.
The cupboards and the cabinets were actually already in another home, so it's also recycled. It used to be really ugly and shiny white, and we just painted it and made it our own, and just installed it in here.
And that is just like cutlery and stuff?
Yeah.
There's no dishwasher?
No.
No, we don't have a dishwasher, no.
No, we thought about putting an oven in one of the cabinets, but during the building my parents came by and they brought along their air fryer, because yeah, you have to have some snacks when you're building. And then we plugged in the air fryer with the inverter we have, and then we were like, why would we have an oven if we can have an air fryer and just put everything in there? Of course, not everything is possible, but we made really nice lasagnas in there. You can bake some bread in it, and yeah, it actually is
It's
kind
really
of
like
yeah,
an
it's
oven.
a good
Yeah.
replacement for an oven,
It works
and it
perfect.
saves really much space, because now we don't have a big useless space where we can't do anything with when we're not using it. But we only have a machine this big, but you can just put on the counter and use as an oven.
How much solar power do you have?
We have 1250 watts of solar on the roof, and we have a 450 amp hour lithium accu battery, and yeah, like a Victron Multiplus inverter of 200 watts.
2 kilowatts.
2 kilowatts, yeah, 2000 watts, yeah.
You say 200 watts.
Oh, 200 watts. Oh no, 2000 watts.
Air fryer with the
Yeah.
and the solar panels 1250.
1250, yeah, yeah.
That's
So,
it's even
yeah.
in the rainy days still.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Even when it's raining, for 3 days, there's no problem at all. It can be cloudy and it's actually still charging by just daylight without the sun. So it's really perfect electric. I love it.
And you have DC-DC as well?
Yeah, yeah, we have DC-DC charger because the truck's system is of course 24 volts. So we have a DC to DC converter to charge the batteries. But actually we almost never use it because there's so much solar. And we came from a van before, and the van had, I think, 100 amp AGM battery and 200 watts of solar on the roof. And we were used to living with that. And we actually always managed to live with that. So now it feels for us like unlimited power actually. So that's really, really nice.
That is for them.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have, well, this is quite a big closet. We have 2 dogs, and the dogs are not in the front with us when we drive. So we built this big closet, and there's actually dog cages beneath it.
We can close it actually like this. And then the dogs are safe during driving. And we can also close the other one. And it's actually perfect for them. It's their safe spot during driving. And they really sleep during driving. We have a camera in the cockpit. So there is a camera inside. So we can see them on a little screen to see if they are okay.
Yeah.
And we can see them always chilling and sleeping. And
You have a screen.
Yeah, we have a screen. It's actually the same screen as the backup camera, and I just made a switch in it so we can switch in between backup camera and dog camera. And it's really nice because before we used to have only 1 dog when we lived in the van, and when you're driving in the van with a van without aircon, it gets quite hot. And now the dogs are in the insulated space, and yeah, there's lots of airflow going on always around here. So when we're driving or in a traffic jam and the front gets really hot, we are never worried about the dogs because in here it just stays cool and just stays nice and comfortable for the dogs. So that's really nice for them
that's
as well.
also because of the Max Air van that we have. We always put it on 100%
yeah.
during driving, so they are always fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in here is the fridge. We have a big standing fridge, and also the doors of the cabinets we use to store like spices and things like that. And we just have a big standing fridge with a freezer.
Keep it close. Yeah, so we have the fridge over here, and on the other side we have our clothes and towels, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the doors are on magnets and it works?
Yeah, we actually have a system built in here that has electromagnets. So all the cupboards have electromagnets in them, and we have a little remote. And then we can just turn on the magnets and all the cupboards close and they won't open during the driving. That's also because in the camper van we used to have latches on the doors, and then every time when you need to get a glass or a cup, then you would open the door, get something and close it again, and that really didn't feel like a home or a house to me. So I was like, I don't want to have any locks in this house. Just one button and then clunk, it's all closed and we can start driving.
And then we have an extra safety. The camera for the dogs only work when the magnets are working as well. So if the camera is in the cockpit not working, then we know
everything is on the floor.
The floor.
Yeah.
About the insulation, did you do some framing?
Yeah, I did some framing, not a lot actually, but mostly around the windows is framing, and on the roof is a lot of framing because this ceiling is just hanging on the frame. But because it's a wooden box, it's really easy just to screw through the insulation into the box and attach the walls that way. But there's some, I think like every 60 centimeters, I think there's a beam, and in between is insulation.
Yeah. And I really love what you did with the ceiling. So it's a plywood painted black, and then some just beams.
Yeah, we kind of thought that the long lines make it a little more spacious, and we just really like the look and feel of the wood, and it makes it a bit like cabin-ish.
Yeah.
So we were like, yeah, let's do it this way.
Was there, or is still in process, lots of preparation for a baby? What you would add more?
Well, there's not a lot we're gonna change. I think we have the baby room. Also, we want to have hot water in the kitchen. When we built this, we decided to not have hot water in the kitchen because when you have it in the kitchen, you're gonna use it always. So then you take more gas and use more water and everything. But now because we have a little baby bath, we can put on top of the counter, and then we can just fill it from the tap because it's like one of those, I don't know how you call it, but it does this. yeah. So we can just fill the bath on top of here, because the bathroom is for a camper van quite spacious, but I think if you have to put a child in a bathtub in there, it can get pretty cramped.
Yeah.
We have a separating toilet. I think most people know how it works. In here is an on-demand water heater, and it's just on propane. And we have, yeah, it's just a small shower with a shower curtain, and it's just, yeah, nothing special, or at least for me, it's nothing special.
Is it like 80 to 80?
No, it's 70 to 60. Bit of weird measurements, but we found it on the internet, and it actually, yeah, fits the dimensions perfectly how we thought it would be.
And how tall are you?
I'm 185.
Okay, and that's enough for you to take a shower?
Yeah, if it was any lower, it wouldn't be good.
That's
but
always
it's,
our measuring.
yeah, that's how I build a lot of things.
Okay,
Yeah,
just a few more
I think I mounted the
Yeah,
shower head
yeah.
like this, like, and then it always works.
Yeah, and I really like the dry toilet. It works perfectly, and you never have to search for a spot where you can go to empty your chemical toilet. So it's really perfect. And he made the ventilation so that
Yeah, it always blows the air outside,
Yeah.
so you have no smells or almost no smells inside.
Yeah.
So that's really nice.
And you have sink there as well? Or?
No, we don't have a sink
a
there.
sink.
No.
No, we have a big sink in the kitchen, so
Yeah,
why should you make two
Yeah.
sinks?
Well, we thought about it, and because it's nice to wash your hands there or brush your teeth, but yeah, it's such a small space. It's
Yeah.
like 2 steps, so we were like, yeah. Then also needs to be how you call it, the gray water pipes needs to go from there to there and everything. So we were like, no, let's not do that and just keep it with this sink.
And we have actually over here we have a a few steps.
Yeah, a few steps,
actually
yeah.
To the bed and also
The control
the
panel.
control panel.
Yeah.
And the diesel heater is coming over here.
Yeah, it's blowing hot air from
yeah,
through the steps.
Yeah.
So you have a nice
Yeah.
hot
So in
air
the bathroom
coming
it's
from
always quite warm,
Yeah.
luxurious, and it makes the area with the bed and all quite
Nice and
quickly warm.
Yeah, absolutely.
So all this area is above the garage, and that's why you have the warm air there all the time floating around.
There's a pipe coming from the diesel heater directly to here, but it has 4 outlets, and I put 3 of them in one pipe, and that blows through this hole, and then there's one just blowing hot air into the garage. So it's not all just free flowing there; it's directed this way. Okay, as you can see, there's 2 levels in the truck. Underneath this is the surfboards. Underneath here is the water tank, and we made a little step to go from one floor to the other, and of course there's storage in it as well. So everything has storage and is thought about.
The living room, you decided to keep it at the
Yeah.
bottom,
Yeah.
so there is no garage anymore?
No, we don't have garage space underneath the living room. We isolated the floor, but that is all what we did actually with the floor in this area. And it really feels like a living room because of the level changes. We made some drawers underneath the couch. There fits a lot of stuff in the drawers as well.
Yeah.
It's also our office actually. We have a table over here. We can fold it. You can.
Folds like this.
So we have a table.
Always something from IKEA?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course,
always something from. Well, it works.
Yeah.
And we can also fold it from the other side, so we can actually put it in the length, a little bit on the deck, and then we can sit with a lot of people. And that works actually perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And that was one of my wishes. I wanted to have a normal couch, because if you build a couch by yourself, the measuring is always because you want to fit it in your truck or in your camper, but it never sit that comfortably as you want. But a normal couch, it's so comfortable, and now we can really chill on the couch, and I love that upgrade. Maybe I love the couch even more than the hot shower. Yeah.
Yeah, it just really feels, well, homey again, because we just like to have the real house feeling in here, and that's also comes with a couch.
Yeah. And in the small van, when you want to chill and not work and the weather is shitty, then you were always on your bed, because that's the only couch you have. And now we are not on the bed, we are really in the living room, and that makes such a difference. I love it.
And how long did it take you to build the truck?
I think you were building like almost full time, and that was 5 months. I did a little work as well, because it costs money, this.
Unfortunately.
But I think 5 months, and then it was livable but not totally finished. And there are still things
It's
that you
always
should
work
do.
in progress.
But in the end, we really wanted to travel and leave the cold winter again. So it wasn't completely, it is still not completely finished, but we just wanted to travel, and then we just like, okay, we can do it on the road. We didn't do a lot of maintenance on the road or building on the road, but yeah, we just wanted to travel again. Yeah.
How much did it cost?
I want to say 25,000
That was the, no, with the truck.
with the truck, but I think it's more.
Yeah, we thought we wanted to stay under 25,000. I think we stayed under 30, but
Yeah.
it's getting closer to 30,000
guess,
right now.
yeah.
Oh, but it's not so bad for post-COVID times because prices were like still 3 times more.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed, and also some maintenance on the truck we couldn't have known before. So yeah, that takes up a lot of money, or some money, and just things you cannot think of. We had some leakage issues where we had to redo some things or adjust some things, and it's just.
I think it's part of van life or truck life, living on the road. When you drive, everything shakes and everything moves. So maintenance and doing things, it's always going to be part of our lives with this way of living. Yeah.
Yeah, just always adjusting.
And upgrading.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
upgrading,
absolutely,
yeah.
And there's also one
Yeah.
big piece we cannot forget about. That's the wood stove.
That's so tiny.
Yeah, it's really tiny.
But it's perfect because in the beginning we were hesitating how big should the stove be, because you don't want to have it in a few minutes extremely hot, but it also shouldn't be that small that it doesn't do anything. But this size we figured out is actually perfect to be warm enough, comfortable enough, but not in a few seconds. It's not going to be a sauna.
No, and I actually welded it myself from an old gas bottle. It's like a propane bottle from I think from Spain. We once traded in an old propane bottle, and then we got the wrong brand and we couldn't change it around anymore. So it was just traveling with us all the time because we had no idea what to do with it, and we were just always checking in the shop. Can we change this one? And then they always said no. And then it was laying around, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this thing because we have been carrying it so long now. We should do something with it. So that's how we made it. And the chimney actually extends. You can just push it up here, and then the chimney becomes like, I think it's almost a meter longer above the roof. So the smoke and the hot air just clears the roof easily.
That's smart.
Yeah, it's really nice. We Nico and Jona, they are friends of ours. They also live in a truck, and he designed this thing, and he made it for his own truck. And then I said, okay, I need to have those plans from you, and I made this thing myself. And it works.
We never
works
forgot
great.
it when
No.
we were. I'm always like when we're driving. Oh, did we forgot the chimney? But we never forgot it.
No,
once.
because then we are
Not good.
above 4 meters, and then we'll hit.
We
some,
will crash it.
Some
We
bridges,
will definitely crash it. Yeah.
And so it's a really easy system. It's but it works crazy.
So it works very well.
Yeah, I think 2 months ago we installed this little fan, and it starts working automatically when the chimney heats up, and then you actually just circulate the air way more, and it works really well. And it's just really cozy when it's raining outside and you hear the rain on the roof. You have the wood stove going. Yeah,
And it feels very cool that when you are somewhere camping in the wild, you're boiling your water from the energy that you get from solar. Then you find wood outside, you make your own house warm with the wood stove. That really feels like, we figured out life.
What they do for a living, that you can travel all the time?
We have our own company. The name is Studio Walrus. We make animation videos that a way of explaining vision of a company, but also for e-learnings. And before traveling, I was a teacher, and I also teach during traveling for expats. Yeah.
Language.
Yeah, I teach Dutch. Yeah.
So it's perfect. It allows you to be wherever you want.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, we've we have been building the company over the last 3, 4, maybe 5 years. just by doing things and figuring out how we can do things on the road and everything. And now we have a really nice base with clients who are used to us living on the road and really like the fact that we are so flexible in working hours and have the spirit and the room in our mind to make creative things instead of being a big corporate business that has a office building and everything. So yeah, it's a really nice
Yeah, it
way.
took a few years to build our company.
Yeah.
Before traveling, I was a teacher like how most of the teachers do, like just with 30 children in front of you, and you were a chef. So we were 5 days a week on our job.
On one location,
on one location. But we really turned away life and made it work like this.
Yeah. So that's really nice. Yeah, really happy with it. And then we have the
French doors.
Yeah, we have the French doors indeed. Also again wooden frames, double glass. Just they come from a house, and yeah, we really love the idea of just stepping out on the deck and being in nature, and also extending the living room a bit. Because when we are, this is like the same level, and normally when you are in a van or anything and you open the back doors and you step outside, then you're like on a lower level, then you're on the ground. And now we can actually be able to put the dogs here or be here, chill here, and you don't have to take on and off your shoes all the time, things like that. So it really feels like an extension of the house.
Yeah, when the doors are open, you really feel that you're outside.
Yeah.
And so we eat outside. And it's really like a big upgrade comparing the van.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is just an ugly steel loading platform underneath, and then we got this. I think it's like a plastic carpet made of recycled plastic actually, and it fit perfectly. And we just screwed it on, and we were like, okay, if it survives a month, it survives a month, and if it survives two, it's really nice. But it's on there for a year already, and it's still doing great.
All right, thanks for showing it around.
You're welcome.
And do you have a social media where you document your travels?
Yeah, we have an Instagram account. Joa and Diede is the name.
Yeah, and there you can follow everything. Well, not everything, but all of our travel adventures and everything we do.
Did you document your build as well?
Well, that's
yeah, we did it a little, but doing building, he hates it because he wants to just work and he wants to. And then I'm like, wait for the camera. And he's like, no, I hate it. I want to build.
So we have a few things we made a video about or a reel about, and but actually when building the van, before we started building this thing, I started recording everything, making a lot of time lapses and everything. But then you just get sucked into the build, and then. No filming happens anymore.
But you can see a little bit of the building on Instagram, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.